guys come today?
Turn it up.
Thank you.
Morning, Judge King.
Good morning, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir. I got Mr. Smith. How you say his first name? Cedric.
Okay. Be with you in just
To be zooming in from Division 2.
okay. We'll be with you in just a moment.
Yes, sir.
I have lots of APAs, but not a lot of defense attorneys this morning.
That's a cool shirt, Judge.
Thank you. First up, I have Ms. Nelson. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
What can I do for you today?
I'm here on Ms. Samuel, Your Honor, and I believe Prosecutor Wilmoth is on that case, Your Honor, and I believe it's going to be a dismissal.
Okay, let me call it.
Or if you want, because I'm only a co-host now, so don't let me switch. Yeah, because I had to log out tonight.
Too much background noise, Ms. Nelson.
I'm sorry, juggling multiple Zooms. I'll leave the other one.
Calling case number 1806058001. People of the state of Michigan versus Angela Samuel. Charging count 1, child abuse 33. Defendant has a habitual offender sentence.
Appearances for the record, please. Appearances, Ms. Wilmot.
Can you hear me now, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, my apologies. Good morning, Your Honor. Erin Wilmoth, P82085, appearing on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sophia Nelson of Neighborhood Defender Service on behalf of Angela Samuel, P77960. Ms. Samuel appears via Zoom. Ms. Samuel, can you state your name for the record?
Angelia Samuel.
All right. And what's your question, Ms. Nelson?
At this
Honor-
time, I believe the people are agreeing to a dismissal, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I?
Yes.
This is an older case. The incident date on this case is November of 2017. It was signed by a former child abuse prosecutor. I reviewed the case and the notes. It's questionable that this should have even been charged a felony, but I'll leave that argument for another day. In any event, I did speak with the father of the complaining witness in the case, who is now approaching the age of 14 years old. He lives in Texas. There is a lack of desire to prosecute his grandmother and travel back to do so. It appears this was an isolated incident from my discussions with the father of the complainant. So based on all of that, the people are going to move to dismiss in the interest of justice.
All right, so ordered. The court will dismiss this matter without prejudice. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wilmoth. Thank you, Your Honor, and Ms. Samuel, you're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Next up, Mr. Mullen. Mr. Mullen?
How are you, Mr. King? I'm here for a PCC, Keith Williams.
Okay. Williams. Haven't seen you in a while, Mr. Mullen. How you been?
I'm doing well, sir. How about you, Judge King? It's always good to be in your courtroom, sir.
Calling case number 2405-543701 for the state of Michigan versus Marquis Williams. Defendant is charged in count 1, homicide, murder, second degree. Count 2, weapons, firearm, possession by felon. Count 3, weapons, felony, firearm. Defendant has a habitual offender with notice.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, and may it please this honorable court, APA Jonathan Hitz, appearing on behalf of the people, P85288.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Mullen on behalf of Marquise Williams. Your Honor, this is a PCC. There's a couple things that I think need to be discussed on the record. First thing I'd ask, Your Honor, is a waiver of the 21-day rule. I have a preliminary exam in this scheduled for the 12th of February. And I'm not faulting anyone on the prosecutor's side, but I've only received an investigator's report. There's a whole slew of discovery that I'm going to have to go through in order to be prepared, adequately prepared for a preliminary exam. But I'd ask the court to consider extending the time to allow me to prepare for that.
So the date he's looking at is February 14th.
I'm sorry. Is that you're indicating on the 14th to do it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I'd ask to just get a little bit more time than the 2 extra days, Judge. That'll give me 1 week, and I still don't have the discovery file. I don't know how voluminous it is with my client being locked up. It's going to be a little more difficult to go down to the jail and to review discovery with him to be properly prepared for the preliminary exam.
Mr. Hicks.
The discovery file is quite voluminous. I'm in the process of working through it. I think I'll have everything organized by the end of today and able to send it to Mr. Mullen. I did send Mr. Mullen a protective order. I'm not sure if he had a chance to review that yet. I sent it, I believe, 1 o'clock or so yesterday afternoon at some point. To the extent Mr. Mullen's not willing to stipulate that, I'd request for its entry before I send him the full body of unredacted electronic discovery in this case.
I'd like to respond to the protective order, Judge, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
At this point, Judge, I can't agree to a protective order. I don't know enough about the case. And in the start of the protective order, it states that the premeditated nature, I don't think that's supported by the allegations or the charge in this case. It's a murder 2 case, not a murder 1. In addition to that, it indicates a number of involved suspects are still not in custody. I'm aware of no other suspects in this matter, nor any other suspects that would be considered in this case for the charges or not in custody. So those are the 2 premises that we're based upon. In addition, there's been a month between this incident and the arrest of my client. I'm not aware of any threats to witnesses, intimidation by family, or even contact. I'm unaware of any gang affiliation with my client. So a protective order at this point, I don't think would have been good cause shown for the necessity of protective order as required by court rule.
Mr. Hicks?
Yes, Judge, I do believe there is good cause for this protective order. I agree that he's not currently charged with first-degree premeditated murder, although I do think there is potentially a basis for that charge. I'm not asking for that amendment at this time, but nonetheless, there are some allegations that there was a discussion about a shooting taking place beforehand, an argument triggered the shooting, and then ultimately he shot the victim. The motivation being, of course, that the victim, I guess, complimented his girlfriend's dress, which led to an argument and then ultimately led to the shooting in this case. With respect to my concern for witness safety and intimidation, there were a number of individuals that are referenced throughout the investigator's report that Robert Mullen has access to, and the remainder of the discovery that assisted the defendant throughout the pendency of the Detroit Police Department's investigation in this matter. He was at large for a considerable period of time, at which time a number of people were assisting him, including one individual who's not in custody, very easily could have been charged as an accessory after the fact, a Miss Blake, who was arrested at the same time as he was, but not charged. So there are individuals that are out there that have in the past helped Mr. Marquise Williams, and there are a large number of witnesses that have affiliations with this case that have at times changed their stories with the Detroit Police Department. So it's a case where I am very concerned about the possibility of witness intimidation.
Well, Your Honor, people change their minds on cases all the time, especially when you're dealing with eyewitnesses. I haven't heard any evidence that any of this is attributed to my client, his friends, or family. And
That's why we're gonna have a preliminary exam.
I'm sorry.
So that's why we're gonna have a preliminary exam.
Absolutely. But I think it prejudices my client to have this protective order. And again, I don't have access to any of the discovery, basically besides an investigator report, which you know is a truncated version of what happened. There's no detail.
So my understanding of what this protective order indicates is that you're not able to share the discovery with anyone outside of your immediate circle, that being you, the defendant, investigators, anyone else that you need to represent your client.
Your Honor, I have 2 lawyers that work in my office that we work on all the cases together. And
there's no issue with that, is it, Mr. Hicks?
No, Judge, and just one point of correction to the court's characterization. All of that's true. The only difference with the proposal. I'm sorry, Judge?
That portion about the defendant, right?
Yes, he can absolutely share discovery with the defendant. He just can't share unredacted, personally identifiable information with the defendant. That's what I'm concerned about. And then
So what's the problem with that, Mr. Mullen?
sorry, Your Honor.
I said, what's the problem with that? Sharing information with.
Your Honor, I don't know enough to determine what the relationship would be between my client and some of these individuals. And I think it could be possibly be an issue with the backgrounds of some of the individuals and being able to consult with my client on that. In addition to that, it's like this, it's all based on witness statements. The evidence is only as good as the witnesses. How can we possibly vet these witnesses without assistance totally of my client?
If you need to talk to witnesses, that's what I'm understanding you're saying. If you need to talk to witnesses, the assistant prosecuting attorney can assist you in that, in making those witnesses available to you.
Great.
The concern is sharing that personal identifying information with others, thereby putting other witnesses in jeopardy, potentially.
No intention of that, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
I have no intention of doing that, nor does my office. We just want to.
Then you're gonna go ahead and sign the order then, right?
How about this? How about Mr. Hicks and I can have a conversation about the order and make sure that we agree to what the terms are going to mean. He doesn't have to give me discovery until we have that conversation. And at that point, we can go forward with the order. I wanted my objection on the record, Your Honor.
Okay. Now let's talk about the exam. How is February 20th? I don't really want to go beyond that. February 20th at 10 o'clock.
That sounds good to me, Your Honor.
That would work for the people. And Judge, just to give the court and defense a heads up, my office charged this matter as charged the defendant as a felon in possession, but failed to add a count for the felon firearm associated with being a felon in possession of a firearm. That was obviously an oversight on the part of my office. I know I've had some discussions with the court and court administration in the past about how this court wants to handle amendments to charging documents. I do intend to submit that amendment along with an amendment charging him as a violent habitual fourth offender, which he is based on some out-of-state convictions that weren't considered by my office at the time the charging document was signed. I just want to confirm with the court how you'd like me to handle that. I don't think the case law requires me to do anything other than put the defense on notice, but if the court wants me to do something else, I'm happy to do so.
I don't think something that small is going to be an issue. If the evidence supports it, then that charge can be added. But when you go back and you completely change charges and so forth, then that's when we have an issue. You probably need to arraign the defendant on the new charges. But that's not the situation here.
Yes, Judge, it's all the same incident. It's all related to the same conduct at issue and the information. There's just no count for felony firearm, which there should.
Okay, that won't be a problem.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, Ronald, thank you. February 20th at 10 o'clock.
Your Honor, I have two other issues. One being, I'd like to file a discovery order. My office typically does in criminal matters. Of course, I will send it to Mr. Hintz. I'm assuming that if he approves of my discovery order and there's no issues on that, I can just forward it to the court for its signature.
That's fine.
In addition to that, my client's on remand with no bond. That's going to be a bond at this time, but I would ask that we get a DSU report as to what would be an appropriate bond for him. I don't think that's been done.
I'll refer to pretrial services for bond recommendation.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. And Your Honor, what time would that be on the 20th? So I'm prompt.
10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge King.
Thank you, sir.
I'll contact you, Mr. Hintz. Thank you, sir.
Ms. Quick.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on James Stanford. I see that he's present on Zoom from the jail.
Okay. Ready on stand.
Case number 2405-54960, Stanford Street versus James Stanford. And he was charged with count 1, criminal sexual conduct, first degree, count 2, criminal sexual conduct, third degree.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drake for the people, P number 60249. I'm standing in for the attorney of record, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Jacob Lewis.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Cheryl Quick, P83973 on behalf of James Stanford. I see that Division 1 is logged on and it has James Stanford noted, but I don't see video from that location. So I don't know if the court wants to try to get them or if.
Wayne County Jail. We're ready on James Stanford. They're not responding. Do you want to wait on them?
I've met with Mr. Stanford. I'm fine to waive his presence if the court will allow me.
Court will waive the defendant's presence. What's your question?
Your Honor, we are still missing a good bit of discovery. We don't have any digital discovery. I suspect there are two cases for Mr. Stanford, and we don't have digital discovery for either of them.
Mr. Stanford.
I'm sorry.
I only have one case on my docket for Mr. Stanford.
Yeah, and I believe that was the CSC one. There's also a GBH that's related. And I would suspect that it would have to come to this court as well.
Unless it's a homicide, a CSC, or domestic violence.
Okay, so they'll be handled in two different courtrooms.
Most likely.
I think there is a domestic violence allegation, but I believe it's a misdemeanor domestic violence that's attached.
Then it should have come here.
Let me look and see where it is right now. Oh, wait. My notes indicate that it is in this court, but it might be set on a different day. Yeah, the PCC appears to be tomorrow on the GBH. Would the court be willing to handle it today?
Yeah, we can call it.
Calling case number 2405-550101. People of St. Michigan versus James Stanford. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder. Count 2, domestic violence, third degree murder.
This again, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Jane for the people, P number 60249, standing in for the attorney of record, Jacob Lewis.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Cheryl Quick, P83973 on behalf of James Stanford. And with regard to Mr. Stanford's 2 cases, we are lacking body worn camera footage, digital discovery. There should be a kids talk video. And so we don't have any of that. We would like to schedule it for a preliminary examination. And just so the court is aware, I'm in trial on a CSD all of next week.
Okay, the court will continue to plead not guilty. I'll set both matters for preliminary examination on February 21st at 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, at 11 o'clock.
Very good.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I have just a moment? I just want to check.
Okay, let us check with Mr. Bloomers to see if that's the date time works for him.
Sure.
You said the 21st?
Yes, at 11 o'clock.
Okay, that's a good date.
Okay, February 21st at 11 o'clock. Mr. Stanford, tell us your name for the record, sir.
James Stanford.
All right, so that'll be both matters February 21st at 11 o'clock. Bond will be continued.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Rainey. Mr. Stanford, I'll be by to see you again.
Okay.
Mr. Dox.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here with Mr. Allen, James Allen.
Calling case number 2405-549401. People of State Michigan versus James Allen. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder by showing neglect. Count 2, domestic violence. Defendant has a habitual offender for offense notice.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Jane for the people, P number 60249.
And good morning, Your Honor, and your staff, Attorney Quentin Dox, P number 79657. On behalf of my client, Mr. James Allen, Your Honor, I'm asking the court to waive his presence for the purpose of this hearing. I have been in touch with Mr. Allen.
Court will waive the defendant's presence. What's your pleasure?
Mr. Allen requests a preliminary exam, Your Honor.
Out is February 14th at 9:15.
Your Honor, I could do the 13th, not the 14th.
The 13th is my homicide day, sir.
I'm sorry. I can do the 22nd, Your Honor, if that's okay with you, Thursday.
You don't have any time available on the 14th?
I can do the afternoon, Your Honor. And that's Valentine's Day, Your Honor, as you know, so it'll have to be like early afternoon.
I know, because you're quite the lover, right?
My wife would agree.
February 14th at 1:30.
That works, Your Honor.
And bond will be continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you to your staff.
Judge, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm here for Chaudhary, Judge, for Halim.
I know,
Thank you.
just waiting on his attorney.
Yeah, last time, Judge, same thing, like the attorney came like few hours later. I was waiting all morning.
I know, we apologize for that.
No problem, Judge.
Ms. Shoei,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. What can I do for you?
Your Honor, if I could actually very quickly be placed in a breakout room with Mr. Smith, who is in custody over Zoom, and then we just have a probable cause conference for his case.
Oh. Join the breakout room.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure.
As a term. So, yeah. Mr. Kenneth.
Your Honor.
You're here on Jackson.
Your Honor.
Do I have an APA here on Jackson? Is that you, Ms. Cartwright? You have to unmute yourself.
I'm sorry, Judge. Yes, I'm here on Mr. Jackson.
Okay, we're ready on Jackson.
Case number 24055331. People in the state of Michigan versus Eric Jackson, defendant number 1, is charged in count 1, criminal sexual conduct first degree. Also charged in count 2, criminal sexual conduct first degree. Count 3, criminal sexual conduct first degree. Count 4, kidnapping. Count 5, weapons, firearm, possession by felon. Count 6, 7 through 10, weapons, felony, firearm, defendant has a habitual offender, third offense notice.
Parents, for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kristen Cartwright on behalf of the people, P82411.
May it please the court, Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Jeffrey Konecki, P64800 on behalf of Mr. Jackson.
Is this Mr. Jackson here in the Wayne County Jail? If you're Mr. Jackson, nod your head, sir. Tell me your name for the record.
Eric Jackson.
What's your pleasure, Mr. Konecki?
Your Honor, we'd like to set this for preliminary examination.
Continue to plea of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary exam. How is February 14th at 10 o'clock?
Works great, Judge.
It works for the people.
February 14th at 10 o'clock, I'll be continued.
Your Honor, just as a side note, is the co-defendant on the docket? Have they set it? I'm just trying to see if there would be any issues with this date and time.
Oh, I didn't know he had a co-defendant. Who's the co-defendant? I didn't hear you, Ms. Cartwright.
I'm sorry. It's Tyrese Young, Judge. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he is in the Macomb County Jail. I don't know if he's been served with the warrant yet, but I can find that out and let one
He
know.
hasn't been arrested yet, is that right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we'll be proceeding on February 14th, Mr. Konecki. I can't worry about somebody that's not arrested yet.
No, absolutely. I was just afraid we would set this date planted and then co-counsel come in and be unavailable. So no, we're ready on the 14th. Could I get a breakout room with Mr. Jackson before we're done, Judge?
It's gonna take a minute for me to close out the breakout. We have witnesses on James, right? Okay, where's Mr. Roberts?
He's outside.
Okay, I'll put you in the breakout. Sorry, who wants to go in the breakout room?
I did, Judge, with Mr. Jackson.
Jackson. Okay, join the breakout room.
Have a good day, everybody.
Come on in, Mr. Roberts. How you doing today?
Doing well, Judge. How are you doing?
Good. And let's get Mr. Roberts up.
Calling case number 2405-508-501, People's State of Michigan versus James White III. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, count 2, weapons of firearm, count 3, domestic violence.
Appearances for the record, please.
Your Honor, Shelley Green for the people, P number 60249.
And good morning to Your Honor, Madam Clerk, Jonathan Roberts, P 86428 on behalf of Mr. White. I do not see Mr. White outside. I spoke with his mother, who said that he was here, but I don't know where he is.
Well, this matter was scheduled for 9 o'clock. It's now 9:15. Mr. White has failed to appear. The court was going to issue a capious, revoke this bond, except move on $25,000 cash.
And Judge, if by chance he does appear, if we get his bond reinstated today, I'm just not sure where he is. He might be upstairs or security, but it is 9:15 as the judge stated.
Cross that bridge.
Thank you.
Ms. Shoei, you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pronounce your last name for me.
Choked. So you're very close.
Okay, it's choked. I know I was tearing your name up. I'm sorry.
You're one of the closest ones so far.
All right, we're ready on Smith.
Calling case number 2405-547-701, the State Michigan versus Smith. Defendant is charged in count 1, weapons, firearm, receiving and concealment, count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, count 3, weapons, firearm, possession by felony, count 4 and 5, weapons, felony, firearm, count 6, domestic violence. Defendant has a habitual second offense number.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor, Shelley Green for the people, P number 60249.
And good morning, Your Honor. Alexander Choate with the Neighborhood Defender Service, P 85948, appearing on behalf of Mr. Smith, who is present via Zoom. Mr. Smith, if you could just state your whole name for the record.
Nathaniel Smith.
What's your pleasure, Ms. Choate?
Your Honor, we have the paper discovery in this case. We do not yet have digital, so I would just ask that digital be sent over and that a preliminary exam date be set.
Court will continue the plea of not guilty and set this matter for preliminary examination on February 14th, hours 11 o'clock.
That actually works perfect, Your Honor. I have an exam at 10:30, so it should be wrapped up by 11.
Okay. February 14th at 11 o'clock, bond will be continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Zaman. Good morning, sir. I talked to the attorney, Mr. Margolis. He said he should be here in about 15 minutes. That was 5 minutes ago, okay?
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Excuse me, Judge King, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Have a good day.
You too, sir.
John? Yes. This is Mr. White. Oh, right there. Good one just take this.
In order, I tried to find Mr.
30 minutes, sir.
I was at the wrong building. They kept running me up and down saying this and that, and I did found out I was at the wrong building.
Okay. You don't know where Mr. Roberts is?
I went looking for him, I didn't see him out there.
That's okay. You want to represent yourself for a dismissal? Yeah. Okay, let's call it.
Calling case number 2405508501 because the same issue versus James White III. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, count 2, weapons of firearm, count 3, domestic violence.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Stern for the people, P number 60249.
Tell us your name, sir.
James White.
Designated time set for preliminary examination. Are people ready to proceed?
Your Honor, I am not able to proceed at this time. The complaining witness is David Cornisha Adams. She was notified of today's with respect to the hearing. She is not present. I cannot proceed without her testimony.
For dismissal.
Yes, sir.
Say it.
I'll run the move.
So ordered, the court will dismiss this matter without prejudice. Congratulations, you won your first case.
Wait, always.
Yes, sir. We're gonna give you a dismissal order. You can take that over to the tether vote. And they should remove it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm checking.
That's the whole good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, great. Mr. Margolis.
Yes. Yes, Judge. Excuse me?
You ready on salary?
Yeah, I just need to talk to him.
You want to talk to him before I call the case?
Excuse me?
You want to talk to him before I call the case?
Yes, if I could, please.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with the interpreter.
Okay, thank you. What's his charge, Judge? Exactly. I didn't get the information.
Domestic violence.
Okay. Mr. Chaudhuri?
Yes. भाई चौधरी अस्सलाम वालेकुम। वालेकुम भाई। ओके, आतला मौका আপনার
Mr. Bishop, what can I do for you?
Well, Your Honor, I was contacted by the court, asked to zoom in. I have an 11:45 exam, Your Honor. However, I would indicate that I was contacted by my client this morning who indicated that, and she should be zooming in right now, that she has a sick child with the flu at home, that she mistakenly thought that the exam was a Zoom exam, so she did not make other arrangements. And so when I talked to her this morning and indicated that this was in fact an in-person exam, she indicated that she didn't have anybody to care for her child. I indicated to her that I would contact the court. Actually, in all honesty, right as I was about to do that, I was contacted by your clerk and asked to zoom in. So here I am, Your Honor. I'm not certain.
That's our 11:45 case, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's my understanding, Ms. Bonner. It's my understanding, Your Honor, that there was a email sent that I haven't had a chance to look at yet.
I'm all ready, Judge.
Okay, give me 1 second, Mr. Vickers. Okay, we're ready on Charlotte.
Calling case number 2205-530901, Stanford versus Lee Chowdhury. Defendant is charged in count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, count 2, domestic violence.
Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drake from the people, number 60249.
Mr. Margolis.
Is that my case? Oh, yes. Elliot Margolis, P28078, on behalf of Mr. Chowdhury.
Mr. Zaman.
Judge, good morning. Syed Zaman, the court appointee interpreter for Mr. Chowdhury.
And sir, can you turn your video on?
1 second, Judge.
Please raise your right hand. Turn your video off again.
Judge, 1 second. I thought I did, Here you go. It's automatically.
Okay. You swear or affirm to translate from English to, is it Arabic or what is it?
Bangla, Judge, Bangla.
Bangla.
Exactly.
Bangla, English to the best of your ability?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Chowdhury, what's your name?
Bhai Chaudhary, আপনার নামটা হোকা? Halim Chaudhary. Halim Chaudhary.
All right. Mr. Margolis, what's your pleasure, sir?
Your Honor, we're going to request a preliminary examination in person, please.
Judges জিজ্ঞাসা আপনি কিতা করতে আপনার উকিলে তাই হোসেন জাজ আমি প্রিলিমিনারি এক্সাম যে ঘটনা করছে কি করছে না এক্সামের লাগি একটা তারিখ চাই ফিজিক্যালি আইতে হইব
The court will continue the plea of not guilty.
আদালতে আমি কইরাম তোমার পক্ষ তুমি নির্দোষ
And set this matter for preliminary examination.
প্রাথমিক এক্সামের লাগি আমি তারিখ দিলাম
How is February 14th at 11:15?
February 14th. They will work for me, Judge.
Yeah, that's at 11:15. That's good, Judge.
Okay, February 14th at 11:15. Bond will be continued.
Thank you,
By
Judge.
জামিন জেলা আছে অব্যাহত থাকবো আর ফেব্রুয়ারি 14 তারিখ সকাল 11:30টার সময় জাজ দে উইল বি ইন পারসন অর জুম জাজ
That'll be in
person.
person.
ওকে বাই সশরীরে আপনি আদালত আইতে হইব ওকে অন দ্য ফ্রন্ট অফ জাজ কিং ওকে
Okay.
থ্যাংক ইউ থ্যাংক ইউ জাজ
All right, have a good day, gentlemen.
ইউ টু
All right,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ms. Bonner is here now.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay, let me call that. Hold on. Calling case 1561102, people of the state of Michigan versus Nisha Kashonda Bonner. Defendants charged in count 1 assault by strangulation, count 2 domestic violence. Defendant has a habitual offender second offense notice. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor, and to your staff. Diana Lynch on behalf of the people. P number 84589.
May it please court, Your Honor, Tyrone Baker, appearing on behalf of Ms. Naisha Bonner, who's present via Zoom, Your Honor. Good morning.
And Ms. Bonner, tell us your name for the record.
Naisha Bonner.
Can you turn the light on in there? I can't hardly see you.
Maybe if you just turn around and let the light from the window hit you. There you go. Try to wipe off your.
It's broken. It's cracked.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's better or not.
We can't see. We can't see you, Ms. Bonner. There we go. Yeesh. That light behind you is making it worse, Ms. Bonner.
Okay. In any event, Mr. Baker.
Yeah, it looks like the higher you hold it, Ms. Bonner, like it's more straight. Yes. Is that better, Judge?
Yes.
Okay.
Go
So,
ahead, Mr.
Your Honor, well, again, I wasn't sure. I was asked to contact the court. I'm not sure if there was something else going on with the case, Your Honor.
Your Honor, the people are unable to bring the complaining witness forward as the complaining witness has died on 5/23/2016. This case is from 2015. The OIC ran a report on the complaining witness and provided a lien on her. And without the complaining witness, the people are unable to move forward.
Okay, so the complaining witness has died.
That
people are unable to proceed this matter.
Yeah, we will respectfully make the motion to dismiss.
So order, public dismiss this matter without prejudice.
Understood, Your Honor. Ms. Bonner, you call me, we'll talk. Are we all set, Your Honor?
Yes, sir, you're all set.
All right, you're all set, Ms. Bonner. You can log off. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
We have Ms. Hamilton here on Eric Titus.
She's here.
Okay. Calling case 2455349, people of the state of Michigan versus Eric Anton Titus. Defendant is charged with count 1, carrying a concealed weapon. Count 2, weapons, firearm, possession by a felon. Count 3, felony firearm. Count 4, domestic violence. Defendant has an original offender fourth offense notice. Appearances to the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Drink for the people, P number 60249.
Okay, good morning, Your Honor. Vanessa Hamilton, PA2107, on behalf of Mr. Titus, who stands to my left. Say your name for the record.
Eric Anton Titus.
There's a date and time set for preliminary examination. Are you ready to proceed?
I will proceed at this time. I will indicate that I do have chance of being opportunity here. However, after speaking with them about this case, I'm not able to put them on the stand and elicit the required testimony to substantiate the charges. As to the domestic violence charge, the complainant is not present, even though that she stated she was not on.
All right, court will dismiss this matter in its entirety. I need dismissal order.
I asked her, but she didn't tell nobody about the waves. She took that. And I told you, but no, I said, so. She like. All right, that's the way. Tell me who? Marks. Oh, no.
Mr. Doc here yet?
No, sir. That's what we're waiting on.
So,
have witnesses, everything.
Yeah, I saw a dismissal up there. No, I ain't say that's, I ain't say that case, I said dismissal paper up there.
Oh. Let me double check on
What's your name, man? Last name? You want to talk to him, Mr. Dodds? Just step back, man. Your attorney coming in there to talk to you, sir.
How you doing?
All right, man.
Man, you coordinate that time, that shirt is killer. Killer. I'm looking out like, boy, he coordinate that awesome.
Sure. There's two. Michael Dembski, Michael Stone, Demske. Randy Walker.
Ready, Mr. Dots?
Your Honor,
I think.
yeah, no, this is what I'm trying to say. That's why.
I know, I don't know what you're saying. You said he lives
Mr. Carmen?
Good morning, Your Honor.
So when they're talking to him now. And
Why are you here at
seeing the presence.
10 o'clock? So you're supposed to be here in person at 11:30.
I'm sorry? You said this is scheduled for 11:30, is it not?
It is. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I've just been told that you were asked to Zoom on early.
I'm confused.
We asked you to be here for a reason. It sounds like a dismissal.
Oh, okay. I just got a message from my office that you were looking for me to Zoom on.
Okay. That was correct. Hang on a second.
Okay, I'm here.
Calling case 2455394, people of the state of Michigan versus Rodney Allen Gibby. Defendant is charged in count 1 aggravated stalking. Defendant has a habitual offender third offense notice. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley James, the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael A. Carmen, P73824, on behalf of the defendant.
This matter is originally scheduled for 11:30 this morning. Ms. Drain, why are we here now?
Thank you, Judge. I just wanted to let everyone know, that I do know that the complaining witness is not going to appear with the exam today. The complaining witness is Ms. Tiffany Dudley. I did speaking for myself. I had a long conversation. She indicated to me she would not be appearing today. I do know that there was a subpoena that was delivered to her as well, but she's not coming around, so there's no reason to wait until 11:30 to go forward with this.
All right.
And,
Carmen.
in that case, the defense would move for a dismissal.
So ordered. The court will dismiss this matter without prejudice. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know in advance, Your Honor. I truly appreciate it. Saved me a lot of driving.
All right.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
You ready on Kevin Marks?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I was speaking with Sister Counsel. He wants to approach, or we can discuss it right here. I think there's some mental.
Okay, let's put it on the record.
Okay.
Calling case 2360464. For the state of Michigan versus Kevin White Marks II. Defendant is charged with count 1 unarmed robbery. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor, and to your staff as well. Diane Lynch on behalf of the people, P number 84589.
Good morning, Your Honor, and your staff, Attorney Quentin Dox, P number 79657. But my client, Mr. Kevin Marks, is left. Mr. Marks, please state your full name.
Kevin Dwight Marks II.
It is the day and time set for preliminary examination. Counsel.
Your Honor, after a consultation with the counselors at the team wellness and so forth, and conversations during the week, course of the week, Mr. Marks, I would like to refer him for mental competency and also criminal responsibility.
We only do the
Competency, I get.
All right, so the court will refer the defendant for a competency evaluation. We'll set a review date for May 7th at 8:30.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'd like this, just put on the record that I had witnesses here now taking their morning, coming away from work, and presenting themselves in court, and having the prior examination postponed, and then now we're having it again, we're having it scheduled for today, and then it's postponed. I just want to put on the record that my witnesses are here. And we're ready to proceed.
Would you like for them to come in and have me explain to them what's going on?
That would be great.
Okay.
Can you maybe ask your witnesses if they're sure they see the right person standing out here today? Because I didn't do it.
Don't speak to Judge.
You say
I'm mental confident. I'm
it's all
confident.
set.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You see me do something? Man, come on. Come on.
Man, go on back there, man.
Let's have your witnesses come in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Doss.
You're welcome.
So it's May 7th at 8:30 for comment.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. The witnesses are now here. Your Honor.
You have them step up to the podium. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Judge King, and what's your name?
I'm Mike Joseph, sir.
Good morning, sir. Your name?
Randy Walker.
I just wanted to bring you guys in and let you know exactly what's going on here today. Now, my understanding is that this is your second time coming down for a preliminary examination. The first time, the matter was postponed to today, And here we are yet again to make postponement for a different reason today. The defendant is being referred for a competency evaluation. We need to make sure that he understands this process and that he's able to assist his attorney in this defense. And we need to do that because if we were to go forward without doing that, and he's bound over, goes to trial, gets convicted, that would be grounds for appeal. We have to start the matter all over again, or it could be overturned, dismissed, whatever the case may be. So we're just making sure that we cross all of our T's and dot all of our I's before we move forward. So he'll be coming back before this court in 3 months. You won't be coming back on that day. Within 3 months after he's evaluated, we get reports back from the doctor saying that it's okay for us to move forward. After that, you'll get notified by the prosecutor's office as to when the next date will be. I'm sorry, apologize for the inconveniences when it falls. Sometimes things just go like this. Okay? You guys have any questions about anything?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Ms. Casca here. This is Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace, how you doing?
I'm good, Judge. How are you?
All right. Mr. Wallace is early, almost an hour early. I like that.
I don't like getting yelled at. Enough of that on my personal life. No.
Hey,
All right.
Still no Casper?
No, sir.
It was home rest of team well. Home rest of team well. On the net, I still put house arrest, but not to team well. Still put team well. Things referred. Right now, he's on house arrest. So I'm no longer house arrest the team well. He's out term arrest. Of the team.
Just like he said. Okay. Yes, I'm not sure what you asked.
So right now, it said his house arrest is to team well. So now that he's being referred to the prison system, the deal.
Just like. Has to make arrangements, that's usually the attorney contact. Attorney contacts.
You got my client downstairs.
Oh, he's not good.
I am. I am.
Oh, you are? No. Oh, we have complaints here.
I do. I would be ready to go if I did.
Okay, no, I was just asking.
You're late, Ms. Cassie.
Hi, Judge, how are you doing?
Good, you're late.
10:30. That's what I have on my notes.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm sorry, you're on
That's
time.
okay. I
You're on
appreciate
time.
you. And I was
I
out there, 'cause I'm
appreciate
still
you.
on Zoom with Circuit Court. Can I speak to my client in the, is he brought up already?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna speak to him. So I put this back in 8 years. Sure.
Oh, sure. Where's the? On the. I have, I'm on the, that's it.
Yes. Oh, sure. Thank you.
Yes, I was 3 times that. My first one. The time it takes to look up the pieces. Like, the entire night before. So it's a lot of work. Oh, yeah. But, too bad. Should I get the waiver form?
So it's been signed.
Okay.
If that's okay.
On Taylor Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah. You take it, thank you. Okay. It's a little changes. Hi, how are you doing?
Seem like it's later.
Yeah, do.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great everybody. Perfect.
Thank you. Sorry, we don't have a waiver. Sorry about that. Judge, do you want the file back?
Sure. Thank you.
He's changed his mind. Thank you.
Well. Calling case 2455380, people of the state of Michigan versus Lewis Donald Taylor. Defendant is charged with count 1 assault, intent to be great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2 assault, intent to be great bodily harm less than murder or by strangulation. Count 3 assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 4 assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 5, 6, 7, and 8 felony firearm. Count 9 domestic violence. Count 10 domestic violence. Defendant has an additional from the court of answers for the record.
Diana Lynch on behalf of people, P number 84589.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please this most honorable court, Nicole Gaskin, P 55470 on behalf of Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor and I are physically present in the courtroom. Mr. Taylor, please state your holding for the record, nice and loud.
Lewis Donald Taylor.
There's a date and time set for preliminary examination. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many witnesses for the
2?
The preliminary matters before you call witnesses?
None.
Judge, I do. First off, originally, after discussions with my client yesterday in the lockup, as well as we are under the impression that after my legal advice, Mr. Taylor would be waiting his preliminary examination today. However, Mr. Taylor has changed his mind after my legal advice and is going against my legal advice and demanding to hold his preliminary examination hearing against my legal advice. I had counseled him both yesterday as well as last week and today, and Mr. Taylor wishes to hear the witnesses testify. Is that correct, Mr. Taylor? Judge, I do make a motion to sequester all witnesses who would testify today and or at a later date and time.
All right. Here's this though. This is Mr. Taylor's first go around. By now, I'm pretty familiar with this process that he is charged with judicial court detention. So this is his first go around. But I still want to make sure that he is fully aware of what he's doing. Mr. Taylor, you understand that you do have a right to a preliminary examination where the prosecution will put forth witnesses to testify as to what allegedly took place. You understand, right? Your attorney would have an opportunity to cross-examine those witnesses. You understand that this is not a trial, that this is what's called a preliminary examination. the standard of proof is different. They don't have to prove anything beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand, right? Yes. And you understand that it's a pretty low standard that I would say roughly about maybe 85 to 90% of the cases that this court hears gets found over. And you understand that there may be some strategic reasons why your attorney is advising you to waive this preliminary examination. You understand that? But you wouldn't, you want to go against your attorney's advice and hold this preliminary exam, is that correct? So you want to go against her advice and hold this preliminary exam. All right. Now, you understand that by holding the preliminary exam, a lot of different things can happen. More charges can be added if, in fact, the evidence bears that out. Some charges could be dismissed. Some charges could be changed. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know anything about this case. You understand? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, out there in YouTube land, if you are a witness or potential witness, I'm ordering you to log off at this time. I'm not sure who these people are in the courtroom besides Mr. Wallace there. I know he's not a witness.
Judge, my client is saying that he is changing his mind. Based, I think, obviously the court. I think his concern is, and maybe the court can help me with this, is that he thinks that if he were to waive the exam, that he is admitting guilt. No. Even though I've told him that that is not the case. Maybe if you heard it from the court.
No, by waiving your preliminary examination, let me explain to you what that is. So during the preliminary examination, the prosecution would call witnesses to testify as to what allegedly took place. At the end of the day, if I'm satisfied that there's just probable cause, not proof beyond a reasonable doubt, but probable cause for you to be charged with these offenses, then I would bind it over to Wayne County Third Circuit Court, where you'll be arraigned on the information, which means that you're formally told what you're charged with. At that point on, you can either schedule for trial or entertain plea negotiations that may be available to you. That's up to you and your attorney. By waiving your preliminary examination, you skip that part about witnesses coming forth and testifying, and you're acknowledging that there's probable cause, not proof beyond a reasonable doubt, but probable cause for you to be bound over to circuit court. And again, you'll be arraigned on the information, which means told that you're formally charged with, and then you can either schedule for trial or entertain plea negotiations as available.
And then his not guilty plea is still maintained.
Right. You're still
from today through.
There's no guilt being attributed to you at this time. You understand that? So what do you want to do, sir? You want to follow your attorney's advice, or you want to hold your preliminary exam? Follow her advice. Okay.
Okay.
Let me get you to sign the waiver forms. So it doesn't look like you're able to raise your right hand, sir. Sir, listen to me. It doesn't look like you're able to raise your right hand, so I'm going to ask you, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, very good. Thank you. You understand you have a statutory right to have a preliminary examination. By waiving the same, that means you won't have one. You'll be bound over to Wayne County Third Circuit Court as you stand charged with the complaint. You understand that? I can't hear you. Yes, sir. You understand the nature and the purpose of the preliminary examination, which I just explained to you a few minutes ago?
Yes.
All right. Is anyone forcing you to waive your right? Is anyone promised you? Are you waiving your right freely and voluntarily? Any objection from the people?
None.
The court finds the defendant's waiver is made knowingly and voluntarily freely given. The court will therefore bind the defendant over to Wayne County Third Circuit Court Criminal Division for the proceedings. His arraignment on the information date and time will be February 14th, 2024 at 9:00 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. And I just want to note for the record, we did have a pretrial services report. They are recommending no action on the bond.
All right. Okay. As indicated, bond.
Thank you, Judge.
You are, sir.
No.
Judge, can I ask on a non-case matter? Can I approach on a non-case matter? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So now, John.
Mr. Kenneth here?
He's here, Your Honor.
Mr. Kenneth is?
Yes, sir.
What about his client?
No,
Oh, okay.
he's been, Kenneth been here for a while.
I'm stuck with.
Yes, sir.
Where's the client at, Mr. Kenneth?
It's a good question, Judge. I don't have an answer.
Well, I'm sure you have other stuff to do, other places to be. Calling case 2455298, people of the state of Michigan versus Raymond Craig. Defendant is charged in count 1 assault, intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2 aggravated assault. Defendant has an habitual offender for defense. Yes, for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Dreams of the People, P number 60249.
May it please the court, Neighborhood Defender Service of Detroit by Jeffrey Kenneth, P 64800. On behalf of Mr. Craig. Your Honor, Mr. Craig is not appearing this morning and I have no explanation. Right.
All right, the court will issue a case revoked bond and set a new bond at 25,000 cash.
Yes, Your Honor, I just want to put that on the record, that the complaining witness, Ms. Craig, is.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Guess what time it is, Mr. Wallace? The client in or out, sir?
He's in.
That's right now.
Come on.
Calling case 2455377, people of the state of Michigan versus John Leslie Turner. Defendant is charged in count 1 assault with intent to do great bodily harm, less than murder or by strangulation. Count 2 domestic violence, second offense.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley Dreams of the People, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. My name is Ted Wallace, P 80922. I represent Mr. John Turner, stands to my left. Turner, Dictionary.
John.
Today's date, time set for preliminary examination. Are you ready to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm not able to proceed at this time. The complaining witness was notified to be a date time for hearing. She is not present.
Move to dismiss.
So ordered. The court will dismiss this matter without prejudice.
Is it for order? Tony Lockett. We did.
Yes.
Last but not least, Mr. Kenneth, how you doing?
Good, John. It's a good day.
Yes, sir. We're ready on Mr. Sparks.
Yeah, I am.
Mr. Sparks, you don't have relatives in South Carolina. Are you related to Boswell? Boswell? I have some Sparks in the family. Usually I run across Sparks that are related to. I don't know you. Calling case 2455323. People of the state of Michigan versus Kevin Marie Sparks. Defendant is charged with count one assault with dangerous weapon, count two with destruction of personal property, $200 or more with less than $1,000, count three domestic violence.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shelley here for the people, P number 60249.
Joseph Dillard, P 37225, on behalf of Mr. Sparks, teacher for Kenneth Sparks.
Designate time set for preliminary examination on ready to proceed.
No, Your Honor, I'm not able to proceed at this time. The plaintiff was notified that the date was taken final, and she is not present. I cannot proceed without her testimony today.
We note this matter was adjourned from January 31st. Dismiss this matter without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
I need to dismiss the order, Mr. Bill.
Pardon me, ma'am?
Dismiss the order.
Yeah, I'm doing prepare one right now.
Okay, great. So guess what, folks, that was the docket for today. Hope to see you tomorrow, same back station, same back time.
Everybody have a good day.
Thanks for you as well.
Thank you.
Just grab some.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he needs dismissal from Congress. Property.
You don't see none? No.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's
240-555-323-01. Sorry. You're welcome, sir.